In the Bucharest of 1923, beneath the apparently normal facade of daily life, there hid an institutionalized reality of extreme cruelty. A journalistic investigation published in the newspaper Universul, The Universe, on June 3, 1923, exposed the existence of an international syndicate of women and child trafficking, which operated with disconcerting efficiency, often under the protective umbrella of the authorities of the time. The investigation describes this network not as a sporadic group of criminals, but as an organized entity that functioned like a Freemasonry, with its own vocabulary, conventional signs, with a special fund and spies. This structure allowed that every year, between December and March, trafficking pimps from across seas and oceans would arrive, taking victims from Romania to satisfy the needs of Constantinople, Egypt, and South America. Romania was mentioned as one of the leading countries practicing this trade. The most harrowing aspect of the article is the denunciation of how the state ignored or even facilitated this phenomenon. The journalist noted bitterly, "If the freedom of trade is sometimes restricted for reasons of a high order, this freedom is always insured on the market of debauchery." Furthermore, it was clearly stated that with Romania still persisting in the system of regulating vice, it is practiced with the consent and protection of the authorities. The traffickers did not hide because they knew they were authorized and protected. Recruitment was done without any fear in public places. Others recruit elements through train stations, on the street, at the exit of hospitals, from schools. Sometimes they manage to take delinquents right from the hands of the authorities, especially those of the police. The dimension of the tragedy was visible in the cold figures presented by the investigation. Bucharest alone has 16 houses with 400 authorized women in a not too distant neighborhood, and several hundred other houses, called meeting houses, with hundreds and thousands of unauthorized but tolerated women. The epicenter of this phenomenon was well known to the public. We know how the houses in the Crucea de Piatră neighborhood on Cantemir Street, where these houses are lined up, present themselves. The journalist visited some of these damp and dark dens, recounting the discussion with a woman who, with her hand on her heart and humbly, claimed that she supported herself by exploiting 3 girls, and that with this money she was raising her 11-year-old boy, even buying him a piano. The indifference of society was total, with witnesses in the area standing laughing in the doorway or at windows, sitting on the edge of the sidewalk below. The 1923 report from the newspaper Universul constitutes a disturbing historical testimony to the moral failure of a society that, although it possessed a morality police, preferred to turn human beings into merchandise. This investigation remains a proof of the fact that, under the pretext of regulation, the authorities tolerated for decades a network of abuse that destroyed thousands of lives, leaving a wide field of activity for those interested.